Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to an SP Reacts where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Chikeraz titled Smoke With My Friends. And if we switch over to here, Chikeraz, apparently they've been quite busy throughout 2024 releasing a string of different singles and stuff like that. The song that we're going to be listening through today is off of the Beard Ideas EP. This is Smoke With My Friends on Spotify and we're going to be listening through it from start till finish. And we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Let's do it. What do we got?
Rolling up ash in the wind and in the rain. Hey, don't get too tired trying to find someone to blame for shit not quite fit in the frame. I wasn't born for the Hall of Fame. Now say it again. I wanna be big when I grow up and I believe in myself. If I don't have fucking shit, man, there is no one else. I've got a fucking shit plan to make a disguise so you can see what's behind these brown fucking eyes. Fuck no. Ooh. Man, it's impressive, the more you think about it. The dream was massive, we went out, now we see it as a classic. Get your head out of the clouds, there's a question you gotta ask it. Am I doing enough right now? Why are my feelings always down? Do I get enough understanding from the people around? Or is it tough to act tough? Making love was more fun when I just had to smoke with my friends, counting some cents.
Very spanning with the vocals.
Going out of sight, no notes behind. Smoking with my friends, disrespecting trends, falling in love, going around playing guitar, trying to go above.
This is quite special. Just the sound, the tone of everything, the tone and the sound. I'm going to talk about this more in the conclusion section, but just I adore how pristine it all is.
I wanna make it big soon and I believe in myself. Play a gig on the moon and sign a contract in hell. For my love would be way easier to sell. But never mind if none of these things ring any bell. I've been trying to find where my whole fucking vibe fell. But it's tough to make love, thinking like that it's like when I used to just smoke with my friends, counting some cents, disrespecting people, going out of sight, no notes behind. Smoking with my friends, disrespecting trends, falling in love, going around playing guitar, trying to go above.
The interlapping and amalgamation of everything is fantastic. And it just ends. I genuinely feel like this is one of the best tracks that I've listened to in quite a while. Because welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named Chikeraz titled Smoke With My Friends. Now in this section, I usually talk about a few things that I appreciate about a track, as well as any potential sort of constructive criticism that I have. Although to be fair, I think I'm very, very happy with the song at this point. But before all that, what is the song about? I think that this track is about someone who is looking back at how things used to be when they could just go and smoke with their friends and sort of like just do what they wanted, to have that sense of freedom that comes potentially with youth, with less responsibility. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people can get behind and relate to. It is part of, growing up, is that you kind of become nostalgic for how things used to be. You often can look through rose-tinted spectacles and stuff like that, especially if you're in a position in your life where you do feel like you've kind of lost your vibe or your mojo and you're not really sure what's going on. So I feel like there'll be an audience for this track for the story alone. But in addition to that, what I really appreciate about the song is the way that it is sung and the way that it's rapped. I like how personable it is. We've just got this wonderful sense of flow with the rapping components there. We're not sort of stagnant in the flow and the phrasing of it. We have flexibility in how we entertain ourselves amongst the wide variety of other different instrumental and sort of production-based components within this piece there. I enjoy the fact that, we still remain and have a great sense of presence within the track despite all the stuff going on and the differences in the intensity and dynamic range. I like as well with the vocals how that sometimes they go to the side as call them responses in the chorus section, and it just helps to really sort of segment the individual components in a track that already makes quite phenomenal use of its structure and its real estate. Like at 2 minutes 55, I also want to talk about the structure because I think it's just incredible. You have these different sort of synthy and guitar leading and verse and chorus vocal led parts. There's all these wonderful things to appreciate within this track. It's incredibly exquisite in regards to the actual instrumental components of it. There's so many layers to it. There's almost some sort of like Reese-ish kind of Mooga stuff and sub layers, these wonderful sort of jazzy extended chords there on the keys there with the arpeggios occasionally. I'm going to talk about the production in a moment, but the actual the beats, the 16th note grooves on the kits, some of the guitar parts, the way they kind of sizzle, there's all these different sounds, and yet even with that, we combine them in different parts of the track to create different environments, and we effortlessly sort of like cross and interweave them. It's stellar stuff. It shows someone who really understands both the fundamentals of music theory and composition, as well as how to go beyond that. And in addition to that, it's the production. This is commercial grade. There is such a wonderful clarity and precision to the way that everything has been approached within this. There is a wonderful sheen and shimmer to the EQing on all the various synth, key, bass, drum, guitar, vocal elements, and everything else in there. We have depth to it with the different main layers and sub layers. We have moments where things sort of come away and come back in. The chorus sections sound bigger because of the kind of extra mid to high end resonance with stuff like some of the fuzzier elements within the sides of the stereo field. So that's explored well as in addition to the panning of the vocal parts that I spoke about earlier. And it's exactly what I would want from a first impression of someone's music, especially on their EP, and it fills me with an incredible amount of confidence that if I was to listen to an album from this act, that I would thoroughly enjoy myself. It's really articulate, well-presented audio that I think showcases Chikeraz's best assets, and I think that again, it's a phenomenal first impression, and I look forward to hearing more from them in the future, and I wish them the best of luck, because this is my review of this track from an act named Chikeraz, titled Chikeraz, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, by the way, off of the EP Beard Ideas, titled Smoke With My Friends, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show them some love via their various social medias and the Spotify page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I will catch you in the next SB Reacts. Spiderhands out.